Hey Arjun, thank you so much for joining the meeting today. So we'll have a discussion, and this is going to be a first round, and we are looking for a person who has very strong knowledge on SQL, Python, and we're also mainly focused on the healthcare domain. So I think your resume fits, and that's why you are here. So if you can just give me a background about your profile, then we can get started.
Yeah, yeah, sure, Santosh. Okay. Firstly, I want to just thank you for this opportunity to express myself. Let me go with my background about it. So, as you guys know, my name is Arjun. I have completed my BTech in 2019. Studied in mechanical. Post that, I was learned the required skills to do the data analysis as well as some engineering activities. Post that, I got an opportunity in Indigen, work as the campaign analyst, tracking the campaign performance of promotions about the drug, how the doctors is responding. Parallelly, I was moved into the engineering side to build the pipeline to fetch the data from multiple sources. Throughout this, I mostly rely on the Python to build all the automation codes and to clean the data and to process it. Up for the and move to the second one, I use mostly on SQL to validate my queries and to build the some procedures and the views. And as a part of my work role, so we always closely interact with the client, representing the data to the client via weekly report and monthly reports. And basically, through that, we understand what's the basically client requirement. And based on their requirement, we are doing the ad hoc request, whether it might be, deep root cause finding for any activity or any future related means if we need to do any forecasting, we will do that.
Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you so much for that. So I'm interested more on the campaign analysis you have done. So can you give me a bit more context on that?
Yeah, okay. So I'll give you a very with an example mode. Let's take A is a company, A is a health company, which they have the multiple drugs. When the A company has brought any new drug, they want to reach out to the market. So what we will do is we will help them to promote their drug via multiple sources, multiple channels, we can say, to reach the specified doctors because any new drug which we should not be sell directly into the market to a patient because all drugs are not related to that, not easy to sell directly to the patient without prescription. So that's where our major goal target will be doctors. We call them as HCP, okay, healthcare practitioners. We are targeting them. First we always identify the which doctors we need to because so many doctors and so many fields are there. Let's say let's say there is a drug called SFX, and this is related to the acidity related drug. So we need to find the who is the doctors are treating this one and then making a list for them. Now, once we understand the drug and whom we need to target, we will do some analysis based on this selected doctors. So let's say you are a doctor. I need will based on existed data in our other projects, other brands, or with using the third party sources, we will get to know what is your behavior on the digitally in terms of engagement, how you are interacting with the interacting towards the ads and everything, whether the calls, that may be the calls, that may be the ads, that may be the YouTube ads, any form of the advertisement, how you are interacting. Let's say if I send you the mail, whether you are opening the mail or not, how many days since how means how many days once you are opening the mail. So this kind of a activity we will get in the form of the scores from the third party vendor. Based on that, we will estimate that okay, out of 1 lakh doctors, majority of the doctors were highly engaged in a particular channel. Okay, channel in terms means whether it is a email we are sending or tele means whether we should make a calls or we can go with a programmatic to display the ads in websites. So we'll always find based on in it, we will build a omni-channel approach. In that omni-channel approach, everything is interconnected, where will based on the budget, based on the reachability and our end goal, we decided one channel. So based on your response in the first channel, other channels will be modified, will be presented to you, or will be present and add to you, will always interlinked. So overall, this is what we done as in terms of selecting a channels. Now we understood the SCP identification, how to identify them, and which channel we are going to with. In the last, once we started the campaign, there is a process. Some process will be there. So we'll wait for some period. We can we'll give the 3 months to the campaign. See that after 3 months how doctors are responding. Based on that, we will optimize the list and we will send it to for the next month deployment. Similarly, that's a one thing. And in terms of the analytical tracking, we'll track all this performance. We'll create the metrics. First, we will fetch the data from our data lake and clean it and transform it using the Excel, because doing the root cause analysis, we have the multiple thoughts in our brains, and we are doing all the different combinations and identify the patterns. Once we identify, we'll just simply you know uh, we'll portray everything in a nice way in
Yeah,
PowerPoint.
sorry,
Yeah.
Arjun. I would like to break here. No, just what I'm trying to understand is, let's say there is a drug and there is 100 doctors. Now, this about this drug, you're passing the information to 100 doctors as an example. So you want to figure out that what channel they're using to go and research about that product. Is my understanding correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, when they research, you find that okay, most of the doctors are going with email. Like they go and read about the drug over an email. Let's say 80%. Now we have
Hmm.
80 doctors who are actually going and checking about this drug, right? Now, in
Yes.
this, what you're going to measure?
So we always need something to metric, right? So it's always right in the prescription. So we have another source where we'll get the number of prescription doctor write about this medicine in that particular month. We always tally based on our before the our channel and after our channel, and what kind of the prescription pattern is there. If we see the prescription pattern is increased, means the writing number of prescriptions are more, and we will relate to the channel which we reach out to them. And second thing
Okay.
is, we always check the this one open rate and the click rate. So whether the how many members are opened and how many are clicked in the link to view the product details.
So ideally, can we say that you're doing a A/B testing?
A/B testing will be done in the prior only.
Mhm.
Yeah, that will also do. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the details. Now, what is the final measurement value that you got for your current campaign? Do you have that number handy?
Uh, it's a vary, right? So in terms of what you are asking,
Like, let's say that you have taken a product, at least the recent campaign, what you have done, right? Have you checked the
yes.
performance? How the performance is there? Like, I'm just looking at the result,
Okay.
like what metrics you have implemented and what was the
S-
performance.
Can I explain with a simple example? It is
Yeah,
in
yeah, go
in a
ahead, go
short
ahead.
form. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's take a tele-channel, which is very cost thing,
Mm.
because human resources are required to make the cost to doctors. Where we see that benchmark is 8 percentage, and we achieved 9.2 percentage in this, in the last week.
Okay.
So that is the very metric, because detail rate means I able to connect with you via call and able to share the product details with you in the some duration of the time where you really showed some interest on the product. That percentage was gradually increasing because we are doing the campaign for the past 6 to 8 months.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I get the clarity. Okay, so thanks for sharing. So let's get to the next phase here. So let's have some technical discussion. So
Sure.
can you help me with understand like what are the technology and tools that you have used for your this analysis?
So we'll start usually mostly Excel or Python and SQL we use, and the for the analysis we are using this.
Yeah. So you're seeing SQL?
Yeah, Excel, Python, SQL.
Okay. So let's get started with SQL. So if you don't mind, can you please share your screen and open a simple notepad and we'll start solving some questions.
Yeah, sure. Just no, give me a second.
Okay, let's take patient ID
Okay. Hmm.
and then doctor ID
Okay.
and appointment ID.
Okay.
Okay, and let's say that one patient can visit multiple doctors, and
Hmm.
each doctor he can have in different appointments. For example, let's say that I am the patient, I can go and visit a doctor. I can visit him on different times, and I can also visit different doctors. Right? Is that
Yes.
clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, as a first use case, can you give me the
Hmm.
a doctors which has more number of patients associated?
Okay. Doctors with the more patients. Okay.
Yeah, can you
Hmm.
just give me a simple code in
So
SQL?
it's a transactional data, right?
Yes,
Hmm.
that's correct.
Okay. Doctor with the most patients. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say I'll take it as some web class.
So once you write this, you also take the same data frame and write it in Python also. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So you just want to see the doctors with the counts, or you want to take the highest doctor?
This should be fine. Uh,
Okay.
Doctors with more patients. But do you think this will give you the doctor with more patients?
No. So very just give me. Yeah, it will give you.
Uh, are you sure?
Max count will not wait, just select out count of this one. When we get that out, I think let me go with a simple approach. Whenever I stuck, I'll use this one.
Okay.
Um, yeah, this will work. It will give you the maximum count, the doctor ID, and as well as the maximum count. I'm sure about this.
Select star comma max of a dot ac. No, this will not work. See, I'll tell you, let's talk about the inner query. What does the inner query does is, it is going to give
Hmm.
you for every doctor what is the number of patients. For example, first doctor, 3 patients, second doctor, 5 patients, and fifth doctor, 8 patients. You'll get it in a different order. Then how are you taking max from that?
So number of patients counts will come now. So we just need top doctor, right? Maximum doctors means again, see, in terms of we only say these are the maximum patient doctors, which are the maximum patient mean we should have certain number.
So what is that C? Oh, C is Alaya's name.
C is
Okay,
the
then.
alias of the count of the patient. See, count of the patient ID we
Okay.
are
Oh,
doing it,
oh,
right?
okay. I got it. I got it. Okay. But this is something which is not the best way to do it,
Yeah, yeah.
because for a simple patient details, you have written a subquery. Create a query
So
inside a
we
query.
can
So
we can write like this also. So in a simplest way, I think we don't need the C or something. We can just simply the pass the maximum function in here, and it will works.
okay,
So we are just counting this one, and after that we are fetching the maximum out of this column.
okay, understand. Let's say that for
Yeah.
next question, for every patient, you will have multiple appointment ID, and let's say one person is having appointment of 1 o'clock, and he has to make sure that the next appointment is not overlapping. For example, let's say patient in the patient 8 o'clock is a appointment, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Let's assume that every appointment is 1 hour, right?
So
So
can I do this one in Python?
yeah,
It
you
will
can do
be,
it in Python.
yeah.
You can do it in Python. So you are taking a patient for every patient you will have appointments. You will have to
Okay.
make sure that a patient
Hmm.
cannot have two overlaps of appointments. That's a simple query that you want to do it in Python. And if you want, you can also have the appointment date in the transaction table in the structure. The first line you have given, right?
I
Appointment ID.
understood. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let me repeat the question that in the same day, the patient appointment, should not be duplicated, right?
That's correct. Yes.
So where is I think got it. Hmm. That's else. Let make it this as DF. I'm just taking patient. So if we have the patient with the multiple dates, do we need to show that whether he has yes or no kind of a thing
Not
output?
required. Not required. I just want to make sure that he is not overlapped.
Not over. If he is overlapped,
You need not display his number. You need not display that patient.
okay, got it.
Okay, I think I got your approach.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine. I got your approach. So can you
Hmm.
open any online Python editor? I'll have another question for you.
Sure. Just give me otherwise I'll.
Yeah, Jupyter Notebook also should be good.
Second, it is loading.
Okay. Take a string value str1.
Yeah. String value, right?
Yeah,
What is
any
the
yeah, write your name. Write your name.
okay?
Yeah, and along with that, write your phone number. You can take any dummy value in the same string. In the same
Well,
string,
okay, got it, got it.
Just write some space and write some number.
Okay.
Phone number. You just write any phone number. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Now my
Hmm.
question is very simple. You will have to count every single character, how many times if it is repeated. For example, A is repeated one, R is
Hmm.
repeated one. I would like you to count, but I don't want you to count the numbers.
Okay. Got it. You don't want to count the numbers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
It's better you can write it in an Excel so that you don't
Yeah.
mix up
Yeah.
the string. Yeah.
Understood. Okay, just let me do one thing. Just it's not fine. This is so strange. Once again, I think my ID is not working properly. No, got it. Yeah, and we want to see that, count of each and every element, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I just want to know what is the frequency of each and every character.
Okay. One second. Just getting this. It's almost taken.
Okay, with the time into consideration, right? You can remove the numbers and you can just count the total number of characters only from your name. That should be enough for now.
Sure, got it. Yeah, if I increase and then here,
Okay, so for I and Z, what is that line number 24 doing?
So it was, converting this string into the list where it will, split everything into the, each and every one. So if I expand this, so where I'm just converting them again into the set to remove the duplicates, make it as in a queue. I'm just checking the how many times this one is present in this entire list. If you see that n is split into 3 times, and I'm just checking how many times the n contains in the given list. So it is given the 3 times.
Okay, okay, good. So can you go back to your Arjuna? Triple N is there, right? So can
Hmm.
you make that one N as capital?
One n,
N
okay,
as
yeah,
capital. Yeah. Now run the entire code.
yes, capital N.
Okay. Can you handle this?
Yeah, we'll do that. So means whether it is
No,
then we need
if it
to
is a capital or if it is a small, it should be considered as only one.
only the okay, okay, I understood. And in case here we can here we can see.
Okay, perfect. Now I want the order
Hmm.
of your that the order you're getting, right? The output. So it should
Yeah,
be in the order. Why it is in the N U A is there, right? I want in the alphabetical order.
you want in alphabetical order, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For example, in your name you have A R J, right? In that we need a alphabetical order.
Hmm. Understood. Okay. Give me a second. Yes, try. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Now the last part of this question, okay, and this completes the interview as well. From A to Z, you need to display all the characters, but only the character which you have should give the numbers. Rest of the things it should be displayed zero.
Okay. So A to Z, huh?
All the 26 letters you need to display. For example, in
Hmm.
your name, A is 1, B is not there, right? You don't have B in your name. So B should be displayed, but it should be displayed as 0. Then comes
Okay.
C. C should be displayed, but it should be 0. Like this, you have to display all 26 characters. Whichever has your character, you have to get the numbers. Rest of the things will be 0.
Yeah, got it, got it. I just need to check this one. Um, there is a function I am not able to recall, so to print that. Okay, but I think I just need to take the I don't know the that function which gives the A to Z, but if I able to prepare everything in here to from A to Z as a list, and I can able to do it.
No, that's not the
Okay,
approach,
okay.
right?
Yeah,
How
true,
can you go and take out all 26 characters, right?
true, true. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that should be fine if you're not aware. This is just the first round. So
Yeah.
we'll try to evaluate your performance and we'll get back to you. So this is all I wanted to check. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay. So thanks, Arjun, for taking your time and we will
Yeah.
get back to you with the results. Thank you for your time.
Sure. Thank you.